exciting episode. Today we had some snow on the ground. It's trying to melt right now, but we thought it would be a good opportunity to take some time to answer your questions. We get so many questions.
So many questions.
On emails and on our channel, underneath our videos, on Twitter, on Instagram. But this time what we did is there's a community tab that we have on our YouTube channel, and we sent the question out to everyone who watches us on YouTube, and we got a bunch of good questions, and so we're going to answer some of those with you guys today. But before we start, we're going to read some of our poems.
And if you haven't been watching, we had a contest for our Homestead kids to send in poems, what it means to be a homesteader, what it means to grow your own food, raise animals, things like that. And they've been absolutely awesome.
Yeah,
so we want to read a couple today.
Winners. She's in charge of picking winners.
Yeah, I don't know what I want to do either. All right, so let me read the first one. This one's from Caden Schumacher from Statesville, North Carolina. Wait, I think. Oh, here it is.
The drum roll.
Are you ready?
All right.
So Caden is 9 years old. I like to farm, but I don't want to harm. I like to garden, but the soil likes to harden. I can't wait to get a cow. I wish I could get it now. Charcoal is what I like to make so I can enjoy my steak. I like to use tools, but I have to follow the rules. I want to get bees so they will pollinate our peas. I like to cut my own lumber so I can get a good night's slumber. That's true. Fishing is something I like to do, so after I eat, I can go poo. And then they put lots of smile faces after that one. Doug and Stacy are the best, and they live in the Midwest.
That was really good. Good job. And this is from Eliana. It says, seasons on the farm. Winter days are cold and short. We like to play in our snow fort. And play all day we certainly would, if not for bringing in the wood. Spring is here, and the flowers are blooming. The bees make honey and go around zooming. The garden is planted with veggies and fruit, and the chicks that just hatched are so cute. Summer feels like a boiling pot when we must weed and exceedingly lot. But we know if we work as a team, when we are done, our reward is ice cream. Autumn surely will bring in the first frost. We pick apples quickly so none will be lost. Now it is time to hunt and clean deer. Already it has been an entire year. That was really good.
That's what it feels like too. It goes.
That was really good. Good job.
And how old was she? So Elena, she was 12.
She was 12.
Okay.
Wow, that was really good.
All right, so then this next one is from...
They're all really good.
Anna Turner, and it's called Homemade Yogurt. That's a staple in this home.
Yeah, we eat a lot of yogurt.
Yogurt, it's so sweet. Every day I like to eat. Every week I love to make homemade yogurt. It's not fake. My little Miss Homemaker from Heritage Ways.
Oh, Heritage Ways.
So shout out
They
to
actually
Heritage.
came to our homestead.
Yeah.
And they actually have a YouTube channel. You can check it out. And I think they even posted a video, and she made a ferment with you or something out in the outdoor kitchen. So maybe go over to Heritage Ways and check out their channel, give it some encouragement, and let them know that you came over from Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. Okay, this one is from Shelby. Yeah.
And where's she from?
Yeah, this one's from Shelby.
Where's she from?
From Missouri. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Just down the way there as the crow flies. I walk out the door with a shovel in my hand, feeling proud of my garden as I stand. Looking at the pots filled with the flowers, I know that this place will be ours. Speaking of my furry friends that come in a couple of hours, my stalks have grown high, filling the sky. While the birds are chirping, I am working. I fill my garden with love and care and hope that my furry friends will love it just as Mr. Bear. Shelby, she's 13, and she even drew a nice picture. Can you see it? There you go. Good job, Shelby.
All right, we have one more before we do the Q&A.
No, I
you
have one more here.
Okay.
Actually, you have one and I have one?
Yeah.
All right, then we're going to save these till the end, and we'll talk about the Q&A real quick here right now. So again, I was saying we have a community tab. So sometimes we'll post a picture there, or we'll ask you guys questions like a survey, or we'll just remind you, like maybe if you missed one of our videos, maybe go check out our video, and you know, just that kind of a thing. So it's kind of a cool feature. And I want to tell you guys something too while I have your attention, is that YouTube does this weird thing. So if you're subscribed to a channel, but you don't really like pop in and watch their videos, they'll quit sending you notifications even though you're subscribed to the channel. So what we suggest is that you go to your subscription page on YouTube, and we'll be there, and all your other favorite channels will be there, and then bookmark that as your home page. So when you log on to YouTube, you go right to the subscriptions. There'll be a number by all the little people that you like to subscribe to, and then you'll see like 1, 2, 3, how many videos they've posted that you haven't watched, and then you'll be able to go through your subscriptions first before you start looking at other things that YouTube is trying to get you to see, so you can support your favorite YouTube channels.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I just learned something.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that.
All right, so here we go. Yeah, don't let YouTube pick and choose who you guys are watching. You know, we talked a lot about co-opting things out. So if you guys just take that simple step, bookmark your subscription page, so whenever you log on to YouTube, you can always check your people that you like first. And then that's on you. That's your responsibility. And that helps all the YouTubers that you watch, because they make a few cents when you watch their videos, and it adds up. Okay, we're going to ask these questions. We asked for off-grid questions. I am going to start with this one, but most of them are going to be off-grid questions. Some are for Stacy, some are for myself, some are for us as a group, a team.
Okay.
So the first person, Mary, wants to know if you, because we just did the chicken or the duck egg video yesterday. I'll leave a link for it right there, and that's why she's asking this question. It's probably fresh on her mind. If you replace a chicken egg in a recipe with a duck egg, will it still be 1-to-1?
You know what? Yeah, you know what? When I'm doing it, like if I was doing something that had like 6 or 8 eggs to it,
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do as like that. But if it, like you're making cookies and I'm doing 1 egg, and it asks for an egg, I'm gonna do a duck egg. If it asks for 2 eggs, I'll do 2 eggs. But maybe if I'm doing more eggs, like a lot of the gluten-free kind of recipes, because the egg is bigger, I'm not gonna do as many. A lot of times if it asks for 2 eggs for duck egg, I'll just put 1 egg. And generally that's kind of how I do it. I do 1 duck egg to 2 chicken eggs. So probably when you're figuring things out, I would do 1 duck egg to 2 chicken eggs.
Cool. Okay, so someone is getting ready to move to their first homestead, and they say that the ground has a lot of clay. This is Brad. Brad's getting ready to move, and he says the ground has a lot of clay, and he wants to know if there's techniques to actually make his soil better. So we would just suggest looking into permaculture and hugelkultur. Those 2 things are really good, and of course,
raised beds.
Raised beds. Those are always good for any type of thing. A lot of rain, not enough rain. Bad soil, raised beds work really well. We really enjoy them. That's what works good for us.
I really do.
So this question is about homemade apple cider vinegar. I made some following the instructions carefully, but it smells more like wine. Is there something I may have done wrong?
Okay, funny that you asked that question, because Christina, I just bottled a bunch of apple cider vinegar today, or earlier today, and it turned out really, really good. And actually, a funny thing is I had left some back there that I forgot to strain from when it had the apples in it, and it turned out it was still fine. It had the apples in it, and I just went ahead and just strained it through, and it turned into apple cider vinegar. But I don't know if you have. It's supposed to turn into a hard cider first before it turns into a vinegar.
So you have to let it go more.
So if you haven't strained out your apples, usually that's when it turns into the hard cider, and then from there you're going to strain the apples and then just let it set. If you have a mother, if it developed a mother on it, you can put that on it to kind of help it go a little quicker. Other than that, just keep it covered with a cheesecloth or a cloth and just let it set. Another few more weeks, you can go 4, 6, 8 weeks, there's nothing right or wrong. The longer it goes, it's gonna get stronger. And just let it go. I have some vinegar that I have let set back there for quite a few months, and it's fine.
So the next question is, do you dispose of toilet paper outside of the composting toilet? If not, have you found that it takes more than 1 year to break down? Everything goes in the composting toilet, and no, it takes 2 years. You fill it up for a year, and then you let it sit for a year. And we've never opened the pile after that and found chunks of toilet paper. And there's no special toilet paper or anything else.
I mean, it looks like beautiful brown dirt.
How do you collect your eggs from the free-range chickens? Well, they lay them in the nesting boxes. And then they have a couple of little sweet spots that they hide.
Oh, I just told you I found a new one in the barn.
Yeah, so we have to look for them in the big barn where we have our rainwater catchment, and then we also have a little spot where we kept our hay. If you guys have been around, you'll know those barns that I'm talking about. But for the most part, they do lay them in the boxes.
They lay them in nice places with hay, someplace nice. It's not like they go out in the middle of the yard and lay them.
But the ducks are different. They'll just drop them out all along the way. Somebody actually left a comment in our last video about the eggs, and they said that their ducks actually even put them in the water. So check the water.
Well, you know what? If they go kind of close there to the edge, I guess they just shoot them out in the morning. They're the first thing morning layers.
So Matthew wants to know, why don't we use solar or wind power? For us, it's called return on investment. We just don't feel like there's enough return on the investment for the solar power. We've been here 7 years without it, and we actually thrive. We're not even just surviving, we thrive.
Are you thriving?
Living the pioneer lifestyle. Will there be solar power on the homestead? Never say never. We're not anti-solar power. You know, we just put the figures and the math to it, and it just didn't really seem like it worked out.
Yeah, because I mean, we're not anti any of that stuff. I mean, we have propane grill, and we have propane burners.
Sure.
We have the wood burning cook stove.
Yep.
We have lots of different ways that we can cook and how we can do things. Heat our
water.
water.
A small generator. We use the truck battery. I mean, so you know, we're all over the place. Right?
Yeah. I mean, we're not like primitive people over here.
We're living the pioneer life in the 21st century, and we're not even savages.
Right.
What do you miss most about being on grid? That's from T. Berry. You can start.
I can start?
Yep. What do you miss most and least from being on grid?
Well, we've said this before. I mean, when it's 100 degrees out and it doesn't cool at night, it's nice to be
those days are almost over. We got the outdoor kitchen, and we have something else coming
up. Here, the house got kind of hot at the end of the day.
So don't live in the past.
In the middle of the summer. But now, actually, last year was fine. The outside kitchen is nice.
Yeah.
I don't know, the longer we're getting here and knowing how to work through things, really nothing. What about you?
All right, so
you have to answer it.
What was your most thing that you miss?
I'm really hard on these on the spot questions. What do I like the least?
What do you miss the most?
What do I miss the most?
From being on grid. So the air conditioning, okay, we'll just probably let her go with that one.
Yeah.
And then what's the least thing that you miss?
Traffic.
Okay. So for me, the most thing I probably miss is...
See, you can't.
It's a tough question, because really, we always tell you guys think this is so hard to live like we do, and it's really not. So there's not a really, maybe ice cream on demand. And the
he's bad. He does like ice cream.
I just like it every once in a while. But I can make it here too. There's actually, you put ice in the thing, you crank it, you make the ice cream. Stay tuned. We might be doing those videos this summer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the least thing that I miss, I definitely would have to agree with her, is just the houses being so close together, the noise, the traffic, all the regulations. That's the least.
Yeah, it's just nice to get out of all that. You just feel, you know, you don't have all this stuff around you, and you don't have all this hurry, and then the sounds is very peaceful.
Off-grid means not having public utilities. You guys still have power, water, etc. My question is, what do you pay per month, per year for your utilities? That's from Wild Herd. Well, Wild Herd, welcome to our channel. Because we don't have power, we don't have water, and we don't have any of these things that the public utilities provide.
So we don't have any utility bills whatsoever.
Yeah, so it's a big fat zero. So if you want to live with a big fat zero for your bills, then you might want to stay tuned on our channel. Get caught up on some videos, because it sounds like you just might have found us. Say, hey guys, this is from Jennifer Freeze. I'm new to your channel, and I'm learning how to live without the things I thought I needed to survive. My question is, I saw you cooked a beautiful meal on the Sun Oven, All-American Sun Oven. Here's a playlist right here, and we have an All-American Sun Oven Doug and Stacy package now. You might want to check that out. Shameless plug. So my question is, I saw you cooked on the Sun Oven. How do you cook a meal when it's dark and dreary? Thank you so much, Jennifer F.
I use my wood burning cook stove, and then if it's 100 million degrees outside, I'll use my propane burners outside.
Yeah, so we have an outdoor kitchen. We also can cook in cast iron, like what's it called? Dutch ovens. We know we cook in those.
Yeah,
Stay tuned. We're gonna have a whole bunch of Dutch oven videos coming up. We have the propane. We have the wood here, and we also have a big like barbecue grill. Cowboy grill, they call it, or something. So we have lots of redundant
ways to
cook.
And then once everything starts getting done here, you'll probably see how it all kind of works.
BB North of Nowhere wants to know, how do we put up food off grid besides fermenting? Because if you guys watch our channel, you know that we're really heavy on fermenting.
Yeah, so basically I'll do a lot of ferments. I'll do some canning. And I do like dehydrating, tons of dehydrating, drying, things like that. And also, you know, same thing for my meats.
Yeah.
Dehydrating that too.
So Lynn Novak says, at the end of the day, what are you most thankful for that this lifestyle gives you?
At the end of the day, I always say, I always have my I am grateful for. And I am grateful for just the opportunity to be able to do this and just have the option of living the way I want to live, living with nature all around me. I'm thankful for all my animals and just the nature and the grass and just everything, and my husband, right?
And I think for me, it was that this lifestyle has kind of pushed us a little bit. So, I mean, before, you know, we did some challenging things or whatever, but I think that doing this, being more self-sufficient, you know, like growing your own food, like knowing that if your garden fails, like you're not going to eat, you know, of course we buy food at the store, but it's the whole mindset. But just things like that, that it's just really pushed us outside of that comfort zone, and we've become, as a team, more...
Well, it's empowering.
Yeah, we've just become, as a team, more able to work with each other, and, you know, it's just more rewarding. Like, life feels more rewarding.
Well, and the other thing is, it is empowering because I think over the generations, people don't know where your food comes from, and it makes you like powerless to know that you are able to do this, and people don't have any idea about how to do it.
We never cared. I mean, until you started feeling bad or something. I mean, we were just buying our food just like everybody else, pushing that shopping cart down the aisles, never giving it a second thought, throwing it in there.
But then once you do find and you find out how things are treated and just what it's doing to you, I mean, it's just amazing. So it's nice to know that we can take charge of our health, to be our own healthcare practitioners, and to do it all ourselves. So
the next question is from Mary Beth Olson, and she says, we have meat chicken, so what do you use to remove the feathers?
Our hands.
That's it.
Yeah, it's easy.
Pluck them right out. If you have the water temperature proper and you dip them in there a couple times, those feathers just roll right off. Ducks are a little different, but no problem with the chickens. Everyone's like, wow, this is 20 minutes already? All right, so I'll read mine. So mine is from Stafford. They're from Kentucky, and it's about nature.
Who is it?
Love all you know, love all you hope. Flow with the passion you hope. Give nature a little touch, but beware or it might receive you with a crunch. Nature is what we see, it's not what we want it to be. The 9 are crouched upon the dewy grass, the horse alone seen dimly as it pass. On the bottom of my ground, laying a groundhog, peeking its head in its cozy cottage, but not me. When the beautiful morning comes, the beautiful goats come. When the morning kiss the goats, they are blessed with the morning spring. This is from Akron, Stanford, and he's 10 years old.
Good job.
Nice.
All right, so this is from Mariana Reese. She's 14, and she's from Ohio, Sydney, Ohio.
We have a lot of Homestead homies in Ohio.
My life. That was a song. It's My Life by Bon Jovi, if you're a Bon Jovi person. I wake up in the early dawn before the sun reveals its light. Beside the woods, I see a fawn with shimmering eyes so clear and bright. I grab my shiny metal pail and amble out into the barn. I hang a lantern on a nail and hear the noises of the farm. The cattle gently moo at me, 2 furry cats purr around my legs. The rooster crows so strong and free as hens watch o'er their speckled eggs. I start to milk Sweet Buttercup and think about the day ahead. I pat my frisky little pup. The sheep start rising from their bed. The sun its rays begin to show, and darkness now decides to flee. The breezes start to gently blow. I know this is the life for me. Good job, Mariana.
She's 14.
And then she also did a just for fun one. It says, off grid with Doug and Stacy. Though their log house isn't spacey, they live their lives the natural way like we all should every day. Thank you, Mariana.
Well, guys, we really appreciate the poems. We have a few more to read, I believe, and then we'll be contacting you. Thanks for watching our videos, as always. It seems like lately you guys have been kind of blowing them up, and we really appreciate that, sharing a lot of the videos. Don't forget to always check us out on
YouTube, of course, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we'll see you guys on the next video.
See ya. Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. You might want to check out these videos.
And if you want to become a Homestead homie, click the picture of us below.
We will see you tomorrow.